Okay, what's up, parents and learning coaches? Now, I know you guys see that title, and so I'm just going to get straight into it. Now, a lot of us is going through the same thing. Now, I'm going to tell you who this is not for. If you, if you don't have a problem with your child going to school and you are all for the mask mandates and the vaccines for children, you may not want to hear this, so you may want to step out. And we're going to always agree to disagree, so you can put your comments down in the comment section. But who this is for. Now, I started homeschooling my kids years ago, and I initially started homeschooling my son because he had asthma, and it seemed like his asthma was always triggered when he was in school. If they had some type of break, he would be just fine. And it wasn't just asthma. He would get like really, really sick, like really bad colds and different things like that. So when he got out of elementary school, I decided when he went over to middle school just to pull him out, try virtual school, and see how everything was going to go. And so ever since then, he's in the 11th grade now. So ever since 6th grade, he's been, going to school from home. Now, with the virtual school, we started off doing things where we were going out for testing, but now I'm to the point to where I don't want to go out for testing. And so one of the options that we are doing, we are using an umbrella school, and it is called, what's this called? Home Life Academy here in Tennessee. And this is for all the parents out there that, just may not want your kids in school, and you may want that option because a lot of us is stay-at-home parents. We have our own businesses, and that's just the way that we like to keep things. And so if you are one of those parents and you are looking for a way to maybe get around having your child out in the type of environment that it is now, you may want to think about an umbrella school, because an umbrella school basically take all of the extra login attendance and different things like that to the county and to the state. You don't have to worry about doing any of that. Now, if you guys don't know, traditional homeschooling is basically when your kids go to school from home. They learn everything from home. They don't have any outside sources, or at least that's the way I see it. They don't have any type of outside source. It's just basically you buy the things for them to learn, for them to do, or you find the resources, and that's what get done. Now, when it's traditional homeschooling, no matter if you're doing it through your county or if you're doing it through an umbrella school, you turn in your attendance, and yeah, that's how it goes. With an umbrella school, you turn your attendance over to them. And Home Life Academy, what I love about them, they take a list of the books that you are using for each subject, and they take everything down, and they have a different spot for you to put tests and portfolios and different things of that sort. And so everything will be neat and tidy. And so as you go from grade to grade, as long as you sign up with them, I forgot what the price was, but as long as you sign up with them, they basically do everything for you. Now, I know some of you guys are, or maybe in the shoes like I was in at one time, and trust me, I'm kind of slipping back into that ram of not having enough cash, or money is just funny. I would advise you guys that if you get any type of tax return, if you do any type of small business, if it's any way that you can get a small amount of cash, look up the umbrella school in your state and see how much it costs, because that is what you may want to go toward if you are anything like I am. And with Home Life Academy here in Tennessee, we don't have to do any state testing, so that's right up my alley. And if you guys are asking, my kids, or you guys are wondering, my son is in the 11th grade and my daughter is in the 3rd grade. Everything they do is online. They interact with people online, so it's always different ways that you can go about, having your kids to communicate with other kids. Now, I'm gonna have that in a later podcast down the line, but it's always ways for your child to communicate with other kids. Now, when it comes to buying courses or printables, I would say it's good to go to Amazon first, and you can look up any type of book. Amazon got almost anything that you're looking for, whether it's a workbook, worksheet, printables. It can be course materials, books, equipment. What do you call those little cubes? Snap cubes. They have maps, globes, everything. So anything that you need to homeschool your kids at a nice little price, you may want to look into things like that, especially if you are able to. And there are a lot of free options out there when it comes to looking for resources to help you out. And remember, you can do it. Now, I'm going to go more into depth when it comes to, or more in depth, sorry guys. I'm going to go more in depth on this because it's a lot of people that's basically fed up with the way schools are going, whether you are on the vaccine side, the mask side, or you're not. It's a lot of people just fed up with how everything is going. And so I'll be going a lot more in depth and talking about homeschooling with you guys. And yeah, that's as far as I'm gonna go with this podcast. And I'm also, maybe in the next month or so, I'm gonna do it over the kids' fall break. It's not this week, but next week they're gonna have a fall break, and I'm gonna be setting up a Discord group where we can basically chat with each other, leave resources and tips within that Discord community. I'm going to be making or creating one of those, and I'll see you guys there. And I have so many fun things. I'm not going to hold you guys. I'll see you guys on the next homeschooling podcast.